What's a fact that sounds like a conspiracy theory?
Ernest Hemingway suffered from ongoing paranoia that the FBI were surveilling him, which was thought to be a key factor in his suicide. Most chalked it up to mental illness at the time. Decades later, his file was released, proving he was under investigation for his ties to Cuba, his phones were tapped, and he was right all along.
The Church of Scientology had members secretly infiltrate U.S. government agencies in order to destroy unfavorable documents and investigations into them.
Tax service companies such as Intuit spend millions of dollars a year lobbying to make sure the IRS does not make it easier to file your taxes.
JFK's brain was removed during autopsy and stored in an archive. Its current whereabouts are unknown.
There's a psychological reaction called the backfire effect, which essentially means that people, after they're given proof that what they think they know is absolutely wrong, will believe their misconception/misinformation even more deeply.
Project Sunshine, in which the U.S. government, in the wake of dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, ordered a major study to better understand the effects of radiation exposure/nuclear fallout on the human body. So an international network of agents was recruited to locate recently deceased children, and steal body parts from them to use for testing.
Diamond company De Beers sits on an estimated 50 years' worth of yearly carats sold in jewel-quality stones, purely to keep the market price high by creating artificial scarcity. Precious stones are, in fact, not so rare as to merit the high prices they command.
There was one recorded homicide in New York City on September 11, 2001. The people who died because of the attacks weren't considered part of the homicides for that day because a very high number like that is a statistical outlier that would throw off accurate record numbers. The one person who was murdered was a Polish immigrant named Henryk Siwiak, who was nowhere near the attacks. He was killed in the Bedford-Stuyvesant area of Brooklyn at around 11:40 p.m.
COINTELPRO's straight-up conspiracy theory sounding, but 10,000% true. They even sent letters to MLK telling him to commit suicide. No wonder people believe that the US government is probably doing other shady shit, because they probably are.
The time it takes the moon to orbit the Earth is approximately the same as it takes it to rotate around its axis, which results in always the same side of the moon being visible to Earth. We never see the dark side of the moon. 100% fact, but I'm guessing the flat earthers are loving it.
In 2/3 of all U.S. states, EMS is not considered an essential service. As such, it receives next to zero gov funding or support.
Deleted. Lots of people in Pakistan knew where bin Laden was hiding.
The Pentagon has never been able to account for more than half its budget.